Quran said man is born pure, he can sin, but he also has the ability to maintain this purity. And Allah promises if he maintains the purity, out of his grace he'll look after him by keeping the sins away from him. And that's why when you come to the proofs of Asma, there is no one better who proves Asma than Shaitan. Someone says, what do you mean than Shaitan? Shaitan is the one who makes us non-ma'soom. No, Shaitan is the best proof for Asma on this earth. If ever anyone debates you in this world about infallibility, the best answer to give them is Shaitan. Why? Shaitan doesn't mince his words, isn't it? He's very precise when he talks. Even in the Quran, Shaitan never begins a sentence talking to Allah except he says, by your majesty. Isn't it? فَبِعِزَّتِكَ, by your glory, by your splendor. Remember, Shaitan used to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala more than all of us in this hall. Shaitan used to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for 6,000 years or more. Shaitan knows the ins and outs of the working of the creation, isn't it? Shaitan has a line in the Quran which proves Asma so clearly. It is the clearest proof of Asma in the Quran. Someone says, what? Shaitan proves Asma? Clearest proof. Surah 38, verse 82 till 83. Shaitan, in his conversation with Allah, he's telling Allah, I'm going to deceive everyone. I'm going to deceive, I'm going to deceive, I'm going to deceive. He's told everyone, I'm going to deceive. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, okay, you're going to deceive. He turns around to Allah and says, by your majesty, I'm going to deceive everyone. Illa, listen to his lines. قال فبعزتك لأغوينهم أجمعين إلا عبادك منهم المخلصين. By your majesty, I'll deceive all of them except the purified ones of your creation. The purified ones. Shaitan is admitting there's a certain group of people he can never deceive. He can never affect. They are ibadallah al-mukhlasin, not mukhlis. Mukhlis in Arabic, in English means sincere. Someone who's a mukhlis is sincere. Mukhlas is someone who is purified from the need to commit a sin. Purified from the need to commit a sin. Shaitan tells Allah, فَبِعِزَّتِكَ, by your majesty, I'll deceive all of them. إِلَّا عِبَادَكَ مِنْهُمِ الْمُخْلَصِينَ. There's a group known as the Mukhlasin. I can't come near that group. That group of people, it's impossible for any personality to be able to deceive them. Those who came and said that Asma is not real, we reply, Shaitan himself is admitting. And where does sin come from except Shaitan, isn't it? As in, who's the one yuwaswisu fi sudur an-nas? Shaitan. When Shaitan says, إِلَّا عِبَادَكَ الْمُخْلَصِينَ, except your purified servants, that means what? That means that Shaitan is admitting, from that time until the day of judgment, there is a group of your servants I can never deceive. Those people, because you've purified them, that means I can't ever come near them. You're the one who's kept all impurities away from them. And that's why anytime you look in the Quran and you think a prophet has committed a sin, always remember Shaitan admitting there are personalities I can't affect. Always remember that. Someone says, okay, Prophet Adam alayhi salam, clearly in the Quran he commits a sin. Firstly, Nabi Adam alayhi salam is not in this world of taklif, the world of responsibility. Prophet Adam is in a type of paradise. In other words, he is not going against any sharia. That means those who say he commit a sin, sin is when me and you go against the sharia of this world of responsibility. Where's the sharia in Nabi Adam's world? There's no such thing as a sharia in that world. In other words, therefore you find those who say Nabi Adam alayhi salam, for example, committed a sin. How do we reply? We reply, number one, it wasn't in the world of taklif. It was in a Jannah which there is no taklif in. Number two, if it wasn't in the world of taklif, we in Islamic law, what do we say? Allah's commands are of two types. Either Amr Mawlawi or Amr Irshadi. Allah's command is either a command of prohibition or a command of recommendation. Allah, if He gives you a command of prohibition, it would have to be in the world of Sharia. So when Allah told Adam the command not to eat from the tree, is it a command of prohibition? No, because that's not the world of Sharia. So it must be a command of recommendation, Amr Irshadi. If it's a command of recommendation, if a person goes against a command of recommendation, it's not a sin. I tell you now, you've got diabetes, I tell you, listen, it's better for you to stay away from sugar. You go and eat sugar, you're not committing a sin, but you're going against the recommendation. Nabi Adam, when Allah told him don't eat from the tree, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, what was he saying? He was giving him a command of recommendation. A command of prohibition only occurs in the laws of Allah. And there's no sharia when Adam was in heaven. Was there a sharia when Adam was in heaven? Is there a sharia in heaven even? No. Therefore, number two. Number three, someone says, but look, in the Quran, Adam himself says, for example, ظَلَمْتُ نَفْسِي. ظَلَمْتُ, I've been oppressed to myself. What does that mean? One of the meanings of ظَلَمْتُ نَفْسِي is what? Is that I was hasty in my decision. Doesn't mean that I've committed a sin. I was hasty. Imam al-Baqir, what does he say? He says that when Nabi Adam ate from the tree, they asked Nabi Adam, why did you eat from the tree? He said, because Shaitan swore by Allah that it is something which is good for me. Shaitan swore by Allah. Shaitan therefore had lied by Allah. Nabi Adam alayhi salam in that world isn't committing a sin because he's just getting accustomed. This is Shaitan, this is this person. It's an induction program for him. So Nabi Adam alayhi salam is meeting new characters in this world, in this induction program. Therefore, when Nabi Adam alayhi salam, when they say, he said, ظَلَمْتُ نَفْسِي. ظَلَمْتُ doesn't mean I commit sin. It's I was hasty. I should have got to know more of these people around me. Hence, when he got to know Shaitan, the Quran would clearly say, أَلَمْ أَحَدْ إِلَيْكُمْ يَا بَنِي آدَمْ أَنْ لَا تَعْبُدُوا الشَّيْطَانِ إِنَّهُ لَكُمْ عَدُوٌ مُبِينٌ. You therefore found, someone else said, but Nabi Adam in the Quran says, رَبِّ اغْفِرْ لِي. اغْفِرْ لِي doesn't just mean forgive me. اغْفِرْ لِي also means protect me. When a prophet of God in the Quran says, اغْفِرْ لِي doesn't always mean forgive. It sometimes means protect. Ya Allah, in the same way I've learned this lesson, when you send me down to earth, protect me. And that's why there's a difference between the Bible's Adam and the Quran's Adam. The Bible's Adam was kicked out of heaven. The Quran's Adam, Allah says, إِنِّي جَاعِلٌ فِي الْأَرْضِ خَلِيفَةً. Then we hear the story of Adam alayhi salam. First, Allah is saying, I'm sending a Khalifa on earth. My decision's made. But then this Khalifa has to go through an induction program. Let him meet who's going to be the main people on earth he's going to face.